guys, how are you doing today? Are you active and really excited for your day ahead? That's probably because you had a good night's sleep. Or are you. Wait, are you yawning like me? You should probably get some good sleep, as you're gonna be tired and grumpy throughout the day. But wait, what does sleep even have to do with our life? What is it exactly doing? Did you know we spend literally one third of our life sleeping? If we spend so much time on sleep, it itself says that sleep is very important and there is a huge purpose for it. I tried to find out what this purpose is, and to my surprise, it still remains a mystery. Scientists are still trying to figure out what is the one main purpose of sleep. But they have come up with a lot of theories saying that without sleep, our entire human body would be imbalanced and our lifespan would drastically come down. I will get to that and explain everything about it. But even before that, I think it's important for us to know how our brain works because as we go along, the sleep is going to be related to brain and you'll be able to understand it better if you know how the brain works. So our brain has cells known as neurons, and these neurons are sending signals throughout the body to do a lot of work. Be it our heartbeat, be it our breathing or talking, whatever it is, our brain cells are sending signals throughout the body to do the work. It is like the head. Without the brain, we are not alive. So these cells send signal in form of chemicals, and these chemicals are known as neurotransmitters. During the daytime, the cells will receive light from the environment, so this is hitting our eye and the retina. The cells in the eye send signal to the brain to stop the production of a hormone called melatonin. So during the daytime, the signal is sent from the brain to switch off the production of melatonin. As the day goes by and when you approach the night, when it is becoming dark, and also when you are really tired, you have burnt a lot of energy, the signals are sent from these same retinal cells to the brain to then the brain sends the signal to release this hormone melatonin. So melatonin is known as a sleep hormone, and when this really hormones gets released into the bloodstream, it makes us feel tired and it helps us sleep. When the melatonin hormones are released into the bloodstream, we feel drowsy and we go to bed and we try to sleep. And when we sleep, there are four stages of sleep which is happening in our body, of which the first three stages are non-REM and the fourth stage is REM. The first three is non-REM. REM is rapid eye movement. So during the first three stages of sleep, there is no eyeball movement, but during the fourth stage of sleep, there is eyeball movement, and you'll understand it as we go further. So first, when you go and lie on the bed, you are just trying to relax your sleep. You're still conscious, you're relaxing, and that is the first stage of sleep. The second stage is when you actually get into the sleep, like your brain waves are becoming slower and your body is relaxing more and the heartbeat also is like normal. That is the second stage where you get into the sleep. The third stage of sleep is the one where you are in deep sleep. You're completely out of the environment. You're not affected by the outside environment. You are in deep sleep. That is the third stage of sleep. And finally, the fourth stage, which is the rapid eye movement stage, that is when you have dreams. Like your memories are getting reverted and you have dreams about what you've been thinking about in the day, or maybe some memories from the back of your head, it just pops up and you have dream. So that is when you visualize stuff, and that's why there is eye movement during the fourth stage of sleep. So these stages of sleep, they keep repeating in cycle for every 90 minutes, and that's how you sleep. And during sleep, what exactly happens is our body temperature, it comes down, and that's why we sort of feel cold, or people like putting their one leg outside the bedsheet. That's because of the temperature difference in the body and outside in the environment. And also during sleep, what happens is your immune system is getting repaired, or the cells, if there are cells which has been damaged, they are getting repaired. There is more protein synthesis. It doesn't mean that when you're sleeping your energy is not getting used or your energy is getting conserved. Your energy is getting used for various other things in the body, like healing or other production of enzymes and proteins. And one more fascinating thing about sleep is during our sleep, the neuron cells in the brain, they shrink. And when they shrink, what happens is there are toxins which is accumulated in the brain. So throughout the day, our brain is sending signals for our body through chemicals, and there are certain toxins which is also produced during that time. And these toxins during sleep is flushed out by the cerebrospinal fluid which is present in our body. So when you sleep, the brain cells shrinks and those toxins accumulated is flushed out. If these toxins are not flushed out, it is going to damage the other neuron cells, and it is going to be really hard for you to remember stuffs. And in the long term, it might also cause various neuro problems like Alzheimer's, and various other memory problems might occur. So it is important that you sleep to flush out all these toxins, and your brain cells are more open to learn new things and create more memories on the next day. How much of sleep is enough sleep? There is no one particular right answer for any individual. It differs according to different age groups and even different individuals. If you look at the just borns and the infant babies, they need at least 12 hours of sleep because their body is still growing and they need a lot of energy to process all these things and grow. Whereas when you see the school going kids, they need at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep because they have to improve their learning ability, and this much sleep is sort of enough for them to learn new things. When it comes to adult, it completely depends, but what they say is at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep is important for adults. But there are people who sleep only for 5 to 6 hours and they're completely active. It's not about how many hours of sleep you get. I think it's more about how much of quality sleep we get, and that completely depends upon you.